Welcome to EasyEuge, the channel to help you to learn maths super easy, super fast. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to divide any decimal number by 10, by 100 and by 1000. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click like on this video, and make sure that you watch all the way through to the end for question of the day. Let's look at dividing any decimal number by 10. So we'll start off with question 1, which is 30 divided by 10. Now you can see straight away the answer is 3, because 30 divided by 10 is 3. Here we have the number 30. And we are dividing by 10. So we're going to make this number 30 10 times smaller. So we know the answer is 3 already. But 30 is the same as writing down 30.0, because 30.0 is the decimal version of 30. Let's take the decimal point and we'll move it one place to the left. And that's the same thing as dividing by 10. So let's take that decimal point and we'll move it in there. So this becomes 3.00, or very simply 3. And we know that's the same answer. So this method is correct. So let's use what we've learned about dividing by 10 on the next question. Here we have 42. And we're going to divide this number by 10. So 42, remember, is the same as 42.0. So now we can see where the decimal point is. So to divide by 10, take your decimal point and move it one place to the left to divide by 10. So this becomes 4.20, which is the same as writing 4.2, because that 0 has 0 hundredths of a value, and that's the same as 0. So what would we do if we had a question like this? 7 divided by 10. Well, we start off by just taking 7 and we'll add on a decimal point. Now remember what we've learned. To divide by 10, find your decimal point, move it to the left by one space, and this becomes 0.70 or 0.70, because there's nothing there. We can put a 0 in there for that value there. So the answer, 7 divided by 10, is 0.70, and you can also write that as 0.7. Okay, let's move on to the final example, 0.25. What would you do with this question if you got this? First thing to do is write down 0.25, locate the decimal point and move it there's 1 0, move it one place to the left. Let's do it. There we go. So this becomes 0.025, and remember we can add a 0 over here. This becomes 0.025. So this has got 10 times smaller. So that's all you do to divide by 10. Add in the decimal point if it's not there, and then when you know where the decimal point is, move it one place to the left. Let's look at dividing decimals by 100. Okay, the first question is 500 divided by 100. So you can see that the answer is very simply 5, because 500 divided by 100 goes in 5 times. But let's write down 500 as a decimal. So 500 as a decimal is 500.0. So we've located the decimal point. And to divide by 100, we're going to make this number 100 times smaller. So we've got 2 zeros. So let's locate the decimal point, and we will move it 2 places to the left. 1, 2. and the decimal point goes in there. So this can be rewritten now as 5.000. That's all of those zeros. So there's no value after the decimal point. So that is very simply 5. Let's try that on this question here. 37 divided by 100. We write down 37, which is the same as 37.0. Locate the decimal point and move 2 places to the left. The decimal point has moved to here. So that equals 0.370, which is the same as saying 0.370. And that O at the end, that 0 has no value, so we can also write 0.37. And there's your answer. Finally, let's look at 32.04. This is a number where it's giving you the decimal already. The decimal point is right there in the middle. So let's just write that down. 32.04. We're not having to add in a decimal point here. We're going to divide this by 100. So we know where the decimal point is. So just simply locate it and move it 2 places to the left. 1, 2. There you go. So the answer here is 0.3204. So let's add in a 0 here. We make it 0.3204. And we can't shorten this anymore. We can't take away that 0 because there's a 4 over here. That's still part of the number. So we leave it like this. Finally, let's look at dividing any decimal number by 1000. So let's start off nice and easy, as always, with 7,000 divided by 1,000. 7,000 divided by 1,000, we can see very simply, is just 7. So let's write 7,000 as a decimal, like we've done before. 7,000.0. So we've added in a decimal point. So to divide by 1,000, we're going to make this number 1,000 times smaller. So we're going to take the decimal point and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3 places to the left. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and the decimal point goes in right here. So this becomes 7.0000. An awful lot of zeros with no value, so that's very simply 7. Okay, we know this method works. Let's try it now on the next question. 43.2 divided by 1,000. Very simply, start by writing down the number 43.2. We don't have to add the decimal point in because it's right there already. So let's jump this decimal point 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, we're jumping out across free space again. So whenever we jump across free space, we need to add in a 0. And the decimal point is landed here. So this becomes 0.0. Now be very careful to add in the 0. 0.0432, and that is the same as 0.0432. This is a great example because when we moved the decimal point 3 places, we jumped over a 3, we jumped over a 4, but then we jumped over a blank, a 0. So when the decimal point ended up here, that 0 becomes very important to the answer because that's 0 tenths, 4 hundredths, 3 thousandths and 2 10,000ths. So the answer is 0.0432. Let's do that one more time with 0.25 divided by 1,000. Let's see this in action. 0.25. Now remember what you've just learned. Locate the decimal point and let's move 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, we've jumped over 2 blank spaces and the decimal point has ended up here. So let's backfill this with some zeros. Okay, that's the way to do it. And the answer becomes point. There it is. 0, 0, 0, 2, 5. I'm just writing down what I see here. Never leave a point on its own. Let's always add in a 0 before that if there's no other numbers. 0.00025. And there's your answer. Welcome to question of the day. What is 4.5 divided by 100? To answer this, remember to use what you've learned in the video, and when you get your answer, leave it in the comments. So thanks everybody again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you all again in the next one.